take mine off.
I love it. All right, guys, we are live here. I'm in South Florida, as I usually am. And Blake, where are you at today?
I'm still in Iowa, just nice and chilly here. And I feel like every time we talk, I have to say I'm jealous of the palm trees and the sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I moved down here. I like a constant flow of palm trees and sunshine. It has been colder the last couple of days. The last 2 days, it was in the 40s. What are the temperatures like right now in Iowa?
Usually it's snow, but we've had rain. So it has been actually in the 40s here this week. But it's, yeah, indoor pickleball only until for a couple more months here. And then, April-ish we'll start slowly migrating back outside. So a lot of, more and more indoor facilities are coming, but a lot of gym floor indoor pickleball right now.
Do you guys get used to playing indoor like that? Like, do you get kind of used to that ball and that? Because it's kind of a hard adjustment if you're coming from outdoor all the time to
Yeah,
indoor.
actually, in fact, my husband and son play in some tournaments, not a ton, but they, are used to no wind ever because we play indoor. So I would say the wind is the biggest factor that, you just don't get as much training in. And then, of course, the gym floor, obviously, different balls, and that's a little bit different as well. But I would say the wind factor, it's a lot different playing outside.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. When I actually first started playing 6 years ago, I didn't even know there was outdoor pickleball. I thought it was only indoor. Like I just played so much indoor that I didn't even realize that how popular outdoor was. But now that I live down here in Florida, it's the exact opposite. It's so much outdoor pickleball play year round that
Yes.
then if I ever go indoor, like if I go back to visit Alabama or any other place that's cold during the wintertime, I'm not used to that gym floor and that different ball, and it's quite an adjustment. So
Yes, it is. Yeah. Outdoor is much more preferred. It adds a little element to the game, and you can enjoy the sunshine, get some vitamin D, get a good sweat, especially if you're somewhere warm and nice. But hey, you gotta play wherever you can, right? So
that's right. So, guys, for anybody watching that has never met Blake, this is the CEO of PicklePlay, and Blake and her husband live in Iowa, like she said. How many kids do you have now? I know you just had a surprise, not surprise, I guess, but
well, it's okay. Yep, we did have a little add-on to our family. So we have four kiddos now. So yeah, they're keeping us really busy. Our baby is growing so fast, and she is pushing 6 months. She'll be 6 months at the end
wow.
of the week. So it's gone really fast.
Now, when you met your husband and you guys decided to get married, was there conversation of having 4 kids? Was that like an actual conversation?
Well, you're gonna think we're crazy. We actually thought we were gonna have 6 kids. Like we both wanted a lot of kids, and then the first couple were like, "Whoa, this is pretty hard." And then our third one was really colicky and really fussy, and we had some struggles there. And we're like, "Wow, we better be done." And then now we have our fourth, and she's a little sweetie, and she's such a good baby. So
Oh,
we're
I
very
hope your
thankful.
third doesn't watch this video when she's older. He's
Oh,
older.
he knows. Yeah. He knows.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. That's awesome. Well, good
Yeah.
stuff. Well, guys, Blake is on here today. We do this, I would say probably once every 2 to 3 months. Main reason we're doing this is when I teamed up with Pickle Play and Blake and her husband, and I wanted to be a part of what they were doing, their growth and their sustainability in the sport. As things have evolved and the sport's grown, they are growing with the sport. I'll let Blake tell you more about Pickle Play and what is happening with them. But we do this because I like to give you guys a platform and an opportunity to share the new things that you're doing, the growth, and all the exciting things happening for you guys, just so the pickleball community stays in the loop on all that. So why don't you start with, you're almost to a milestone in number of users. Talk about how when you first started and to now, about that growth and what kind of the hiccups along the way, and then the success that you've had as of recent. I know you told me off camera that you had an article written. I'll let you talk about that. So go ahead and take that.
Yeah, just a quick overview. it's been quite the journey. There's been a lot of ups and downs, as there are in any business in any industry, but we're so excited for where PicklePlay is today, and so thankful for the pickleball community. We are almost at 50,000 users, which is incredible, and we're so thankful. Sounds tacky, but for each and every download, honestly, we love the ability to share our resources and our vision and see it come to life. So we had a crazy idea a few years ago when we started playing pickleball, just to have a mobile app that had multiple resources all in one location. So instead of needing multiple apps for finding courts, group communication, scheduling, we now have a lot of resources connecting players, finding courts, but let's pull that all into one spot. So our first year, we tested the market. We completely rebuilt our platform and launched a year ago. And since then, I think a year ago today, I was under 15,000 users. And
Crazy.
now we should hit 50,000 in the next week or so. So we are just really excited. We have invested heavily time, energy, financially, everything to bring a resource to pickleball players. We want to keep our app free because the sport is new and growing, and we want to have basic resources for players, whether they just picked up a paddle at Walmart or and they literally have no clue where to go. They just have heard about the sport. They think it's exciting. They may know someone that knows how to play, but have no clue where to go, to more advanced players that need help organizing their club or their community group or their private group of friends and when and where people are playing. So yeah, we just had a little shout out in the New York Times. And I mean, every day is crazy in the pickleball world. So we're just along for the journey and the roller coaster. And yeah, it's great.
I love it. Yeah, the growth has been substantial all along the way, and that just means that everybody that has positioned themselves in the sport for success is going to benefit from the growth that we're seeing. I think it helps when LeBron James and Jamie Foxx and all these celebrities that everybody knows their name, they start talking about pickleball. And I think, I teach full time down here, Blake, and so I deal with a lot of different people and a lot of different people coming into town that want a lesson just as they come through, or even my members. And a lot of people recently, I've been seeing a lot of new faces of people wanting to learn the game. And, I always tell them about PicklePlay because they're like, well, I live in Timbuktu, Colorado. And I'm like, all right, well, download the app. It'll GPS where you are and it'll show you the local courts. And I always tell them, it'll give you all the information that your questions are, like where it is, the address, the contact, if it has lights or not, if there's a fee or not, how many courts, there's all these answered questions that the app gives people that otherwise they would have to like call a bunch of phone numbers and like be like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to the right place. I'm not sure if I'm calling the right place. This app gives you all that into one location. And I think that's your bread and butter. But I want you to also talk about the things that you're adding. But isn't that kind of the staple of what you do, is you want people to have access to all that information?
Yeah, of course. We want people to know exactly where they can play. There's thousands and thousands of courts. So having people like our ambassadors, and we have a team member that is constantly updating court information, even down to just our frequent users. As new courts pop up, you can add those to our map screen. We have a plus icon right on our map screen. You can add those new locations, but we want to have accurate, updated information for all of our players. Another fun thing that we have, and we're going to continue to build upon, is the ability to review courts. And a lot of courts, just like a Google review, helping people know what they liked or didn't like about the court, or
like real information.
Oh, the fence is a little tight, or there is no wind guards, or there's water fountains, or just some of those extra little details. You can review courts on PicklePlay, and we're seeing that increase in popularity as well. So yeah, finding courts is obviously something that we're very well known for. You can even get driving directions. You can have a link to the website, contact info, but we have so much more to offer as well. We pull in camps and clinics on our map screen under event tabs. Pickleball tournaments you can find on our map screen. You can find clubs or groups, and you can find players in that area and sort them out or send them a message if they're in your skill level and try to set up play as well. So
Now, I know you work with myself, you work with Tyson McGuffin, you've got some other big names, but have you added some people recently? I feel like I've been seeing some more people, and I don't know in what capacity, but I've been
yeah,
seeing more Pickle Play advertising and videos of people saying, "Hey, I love Pickle Play," and you know, are these
yep,
people that you're working with, or
yeah.
some of them I don't recognize.
Yeah. So we have different levels of people that we work with. So we have a select level that we have like paid partnerships, help support them if they're teaching clinics or tournaments. Some of those partners that are more a deeper partnership, maybe they're helping us get downloads, things like that. And then we have local ambassadors, are just people that use PicklePlay, that love PicklePlay,
That want to help.
and that want to help us grow. And we hook them up with some free merchandise. And yeah, so you've probably seen a combo. So we work. A new player that we work with is Cam Luring. So he actually is
Yes,
from Iowa, and
yes.
he trains with my husband and gives our son Eli some lessons, and he's an up and coming pro player. So we're excited to see his journey and excited to have him repping PicklePlay. But yeah, we have more and more coming, and more and more ambassadors coming. So stay
I love
tuned on
that.
our social media, and you'll kind of get to see who's all coming on board with us.
I love that. That's exciting. I know as companies grow, I just love to see the new exciting things that you're unfolding. Which that brings me to the next thing. Let's you sent me some slides that we want to talk about. So I'm gonna pop these up on the screen, and then I'll let you kind of just walk through them. And you can kind of lead the way.
Yeah.
But let's start with this right here.
All right. Well, I just thought it'd be fun just to put together a few images for people watching so they can kind of see a little more about PicklePlay and see the screens in person. So I'll tell you when to flip. Is that good? You want to go to the next one?
Yes.
These are kind of some quick stats. Like I said, we're really close to 50,000 users. We have almost 5,000 locations, pushing 25,000 courts on PicklePlay, and almost 850 clubs or groups. So if your court is not on our map, feel free to add it. We would love that. If your club or group, whether you need help using us for scheduling and managing your play schedule and communication, or if you just want others to know about you, you can add on our club section your club or group to PicklePlay as well. And go to the next one.
Very cool.
So we have some new features. So collecting payment and registration for events. So we have software and resources on our web version, which I'll talk about at the end, and our mobile app, and we can now collect payments. So if you're doing a small little round robin or a little league or even just a clinic and you want to collect who's going and have them pay, we partner with Stripe. It's very, very easy. It's part of our event creation process. The registry, like setting all that up, is completely free, and then we take a small percentage off the transaction to help us cover some of our development costs. But yeah, you can charge for clinics or small events, social events, and they can pay with Apple Pay or their credit card very easily through Stripe now.
What about a league? Like if there's somebody's trying to run a league where you would pay, say, $60 per player upfront, can they do something like that?
Yeah, of course. Yep. Any payment collection for an actual event, pickleball event, we can help you collect those payments. The money literally goes straight to your bank account or your facility's bank account through our partner Stripe. So that's a easy way to track who's going, the list of who's registered. You can export that to a CSV file so you can keep track of who's registered and paid. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're really excited about that and going to continue to develop. We don't have the event like tournament or league management software, but we help with the registering and the organizing, the scheduling of that.
Well, I think that's okay anyway, because most of the time collecting the payment is probably the most difficult part of it. It's just like tracking who's paid, who hasn't paid, and keeping those numbers straight. So then after that, you can figure out the software for the backside of it. But I think that's just a huge asset to have something like that, a free feature.
Yeah.
You can collect payment. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we're very excited about that one. It's very, very easy too. And I'll show you a couple pictures in a minute. But cloning past events. So when you're posting your schedule for your Clever group, and maybe it's the same exact information as something that you've done in the past, you don't want to retype it all. You can view your past events and just duplicate or clone that to save you time and energy. We have new designs for event creation and our home screen. And then we just added a new event type. So every time you add an event to your schedule, we have a league as a type of event. So you can go to the next slide.
Okay.
So this is kind of our new designs for what it looks like if you do post events, and you can keep track of who's going, who's not. This is what your club or group would see. January 6th, there's a recurring event at a certain location. You can click into that and find more details, but this is just some pictures to show you a little bit about kind of our new layout that we're excited about.
Awesome.
You can click the next one. This is how you create an event. So like I said, if you're posting a public event and you want it to show up on our map, or if it's private to just your club or group members, you can decide that when you're creating. But we used to have it pretty spread out. You had to do a lot of scrolling. We've condensed this, make it kind of fit all on one screen a lot easier, kind of straight to the point to save our users time and energy. You can fill this out. You can also click the More button to have website, phone number, type of event. You can put a max attendee, and we even have a wait feature now, waitlist feature. And then the last screen shows you how to, the process of collecting fees for that event. So you can put singles or doubles or beginner clinic or whatever you want to name the ticket, and then how much it costs. And then you can also even ask a question, like if it's a beginner clinic, like, do you need a paddle, or any information that you need to collect from that user.
And then would you, because I'm trying to think of this in real terms or real life for me, even because I teach pickleball full time. Like if I was going to do a clinic with, say, 12 people, I would create the ticket through PicklePlay app, either on my phone or on the computer. And then would I send them a link to their phone, like where they would click on a link, or they would go on there?
Yeah, so after you create the event, all of our events, we have a share button in the event details. So you could copy and paste that link. You could text it, email, post it on social media, place it wherever you'd like. And it does prompt them to make a PicklePlay profile if they don't have one. So if they already have PicklePlay, it'll take them right to the event. They can RSVP and check out, essentially, to really claim their spot for this event. And then if you have a max number of 12, then if a 13th person tried to register, it would say, I'm sorry, you can be added to the wait list.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's a great feature.
Yeah, I do demo calls a lot with clubs or groups or people teaching. So info@pickleplay.com is the best way to contact myself or someone to kind of get more information on this. But definitely an easy way to organize some of your events. Like I said, you do have to be a PicklePlay user to check out officially. So if someone didn't have a PicklePlay account, they would be prompted to create one, but then they could check out for it.
Which, by the way, doesn't take very long. It's very simple process, easy to do. So I like that. The one thing I like about you guys is that you try to make the experience for the user very friendly and accommodating. So like you were talking about earlier, like streamlining something to make it less scrolling and things like that. That's huge, because in today's society, we're all very fast paced and like we want things right now and like all those things. So like to make their process less daunting, I think it's just a really smart move from a business standpoint.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's, what I do all day, right, is talk to people, gain feedback, share the resources we have, and prioritize what we need to add and change for the future. So it's definitely a work in progress, and every month we're updating and changing and gathering info from our users. So
incredible.
All right, you can go to the next one.
Boom, we're
So
on
this
it.
is what the event details kind of looks like. You can say you're going, it would send a verification code, and then you would check out. So this just kind of helps give you an idea of what that actually looks like on PicklePlay.
And then, like you said, like if it's $20 per person, when they go to check out, it'll take a small percentage of that $20, give it to you guys for your fees, and then
Yep.
they'll keep the rest in their bank account.
Yes. And so, an easy way is you can always add that onto the price. So it ends up being roughly about 5% total because Stripe has their credit card processing fees as well.
Yes.
So oftentimes you can just add that on to the price that you charge and it ends up equaling out. Yep.
So you would take the $20, add 5% to it, and then that would basically cover that fee.
That's what I recommend. Yeah. Yep. And
Okay.
most people are pretty used to credit card processing fees. Pretty much every online resource has
Yeah, I think that's pretty
fees
common.
associated. So, yep.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And then,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm good with that. I just want to show you kind of what the checkout process looked like. One of our pro features actually here on the left side is adding events to your calendar. So if you are one of our paid subscribers and you want to put it on your phone calendar, my life is organized on my phone calendar. So you can sync your PicklePlay events that you register for on your phone calendar as well. So that's nice.
100%. I'm not the most naturally organized. I've had to get a lot better at it because of working at this job and just different things in life, just trying to learn how to be better at it each day. But I live and die by my phone calendar now. That's how I make my living, and I take it very serious now. So somebody asked me one time, like, well, why don't you just write it down in like a written calendar, like, when you would buy at Walmart and just write it down. I said, like, I won't do that. Like, I have my phone on me all the time. I do not carry around a paper calendar with me all the time. So I just have a resource. Like, I do everything on my phone. So that I can totally relate to that. Like,
yeah, so that's a newer feature that we've added as well, probably since we talked last. So
I think so. Yeah, I did not remember hearing about that. So that's very cool too.
yeah, I just also wanted to give a shout out to our website platform. So now if you're a club or group or even private group of friends, if you're that organizer, sometimes it is a little bit hard to do everything on your cell phone. So players and club leaders can log in on a website version of PicklePlay. And if you go to the next slide, I have a couple quick screenshots of what that looks like on our website. You can log in. It's the same exact email and password as the app. And then it'll pull up your schedule, your group chat feed, list of the members, and those club or group leaders can even send out an email blast to all of their members. So we're constantly chugging away at awesome resources to add for our PicklePlay users. So I think that's it for what I have for updates. I'll be sending out an email in the next day with our new home screen. So if you haven't updated PicklePlay, we now have a how to play pickleball video, which most people that have our app know how to play, but they might have a family or friend, that needs to know the basics. We have a completely new home screen. And all you have to do is open your app if you have your automatic updates set on your phone. If you don't have your automatic updates, you might have to check out the App Store and just click update. But encourage everyone that is already a user just to make sure they have the latest version.
Yeah, and real quick, you touched on this, but this app is free for anybody that wants to register and create an account for free. But if you want to help support PicklePlay a little bit, they do have a pro version or an updated pro version. I forget the exact. I don't know if you remember how much. It's cheap for the year.
It's $1.99 per month or $19.99 per year. And
so
again, we're slowly adding more and more benefit to those pro users, adding to the calendar. We do have some advertising placements, so ad-free placements, sorting players by skill level. And then, like you said, supporting just our continued development as we're investing a lot in development costs right now. So.
Yeah, and I know you're being very modest, and this is not where you're going to talk about it a lot, but I can do that for you. Guys, it's important to support the companies in pickleball that are really trying to create sustainability and keep our sport growing and changing and evolving. Blake works extremely hard. I know how hard she works because she's always on the phone and always on the computer doing stuff. And if you started with this journey with them, just like I did when they first started, I've been a part of the process with them, and it's been incredible to watch the transformation from the start to now. And I can't even, I mean, she would never want to say this, and I wouldn't want her to talk about this part, but like the investment that they've made is crazy, I'm sure. So, you know, to start an app, if anybody's ever tried to do that, it's not easy. It's a very big, probably a pain in the butt to do. So support them, you know, $20 a year. I spend sometimes, I hate to admit this, but I spend $20 sometimes when I go out to like, you know, McDonald's. I'll get like, you know, probably not quite 20, but like I might get like a combo meal that's like $13. Then I get a shake. And by the time I pay tax and everything, it's probably 16, $17. I don't think about that too much. So for me to spend that $20 to help you guys, it's my pleasure to do that. And I think everybody that's on that app, even if they don't use it for the benefits that it offers, which I wish they would, and I hope they do, just supporting you guys, I think, is really important. And I really believe in that. I really believe in helping the people that give back to the community of pickleballs like you guys do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Scott. Yes. Never, you know, no pressure to, it's always an option, and we appreciate each and every one that chooses to do that. So yeah, thanks.
I'm pressuring you a little bit, guys. Blake's not allowed to, but I can. No, I'm just kidding. I just encourage you guys to support the companies that really work hard in the industry that we're growing. I mean, can you believe this growth we're having? This is like, we're a part of something very special.
It is. Yeah, it is very special. And we're excited. Yeah, I feel like I just need like a bucket of popcorn, and every day I'm just like waiting for the next chapter to unfold. And it's exciting. It's really, really exciting. So we
And you
are
guys are part of it.
thankful
You're
to be a part of it. It's, you know, this crazy idea that we had a few years ago, and we're told no by many people, or told that we were crazy by other people, and we probably are a little bit crazy, but it's really exciting to see it unfold, and we're very thankful.
I feel like you have to be a little crazy to do something like this. Like you do. You have to be a little bit like not the status quo, not the norm.
Yeah.
Because it takes commitment. You know, I was watching I'm like anybody else. I watch Instagram videos and TikTok videos and whatever when I've got some downtime. And like some of them are really good and powerful messages that they put out there. And one of them was saying, like, I just watched it, I think yesterday. It was talking about passion is what, having passion for something in life is what's going to help create your long-term sustainability in something. If you're not passionate about it, you will fade out. I mean, you will eventually fade out because it'll get tough. It'll get difficult. Things won't always go as planned. So without that passion for something and that commitment level, it won't be sustainable. And so, you know, as hard as some of the days are, I know I've talked to you on certain days where you're like, oh, like I'm over this day, you know, I just want it to be tomorrow. You had that passion for PicklePlay and for the community of pickleball. And I think that is what sustains you long-term through the ups and the downs and the hiccups and things like that. Am I right?
Yeah, we are. We always joke that if we knew how hard it would be, we would have never done this. But it is why most people, give up, right? Because it does get very hard. But
for sure.
Again, we're in it for the long haul, and we're very thankful and excited to see 2023 is already off to a crazy start, and I can't wait to see what happens this year. We're very excited. So thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come on here and talk about our new updates. Thank you for giving a shout out to all of our resources and our team, and hoping to hit that 50,000 mark soon. So appreciate every download, or if anyone wants to share PicklePlay within their community, or if a club or group is interested on onboarding their club members, would love to be a part of that. So info@pickleplay.com is where they can reach out.
info@pickleplay.com. Blake, always a pleasure. It's an honor to be able to see you guys grow. I can't believe you're almost to 50,000. That's incredible numbers, and it's only going to continue to grow as you guys are diligent in expanding the app and the software that you're providing for the pickleball community. So I can't wait for the future. 2023 is off to a good start. So thank you so much for your time. We'll catch up. We'll be doing this again soon, guys. In the meantime, email info@pickleplay.com if you have questions, or if you want to run events through their software, hit her up. She is always willing to help people and get you more information on all that stuff. So reach out. Let's get that 50,000 done. Share this video and share the PicklePlay app with everybody that you come in contact with in pickleball. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Have a
Thanks,
great day.
Scott. Take care.
Thanks, Blake. See you later.
Bye.